Hey everybody, and thanks for watching Woodcrest Bonsai. So this is part 2 of the juniper that I worked on yesterday. But actually this is part 2 of part 2 because I already tried to do this video and 50% of the video was a close-up of my sweatshirt. For some reason I had gotten in between the camera and the plant and you see nothing except my sweatshirt. So I've already done most of the stuff I was going to do in that video, and I can't edit it because for some reason if I start to edit these videos, then YouTube tells me that they can't be processed. So who knows? So I'm just going to explain what I did because I can't I can't post that video. So basically I took what's going to be the apex and I wired it, and this is the front right here. So I wired it up and around and then forward, and I also cut it. I still plan on getting rid of this knob right here by removing everything except this little guy, and I don't know why I don't do that. I'm thinking of trying to turn it into a little bit of gin. In the first video, let's see if we can move things around a little bit. In the first video I talked about this branch, taking it way back, turning it into some gin, and then using this smaller branch in its place, and then developing that branch, removing this one. I want to try to take a cutting from the end here. And then we also have a branch in the back that I'm going to take all the way to here so that this tuft of foliage will remain, and that will give me some depth for the back. And then we have this little piece of growth here, which is coming off that same back branch, but I may save that too to keep some depth in here. I think if I remove that, then you notice how it just becomes very bare. The first branch that I wired down here it's okay. It's not perfect. It really needs to fill in, especially up in front here. The back is pretty good, and I think that will happen over time. And if anybody knows why in the world, once I put a video through my video editing software, that YouTube no longer can process it, who knows? I don't know. Very frustrating, to say the least. But as far as the overall look at this tree, I'm pretty happy with it. I want all these branches here to be swooping down, and in here we will have the same thing. Some of these very small branches that are coming off the apex will be wired down to fill in there over time. So that's about it for part 2. I just couldn't bring myself. I've done this a couple times now where I've attempted to edit. I even tried to edit part 1 where I sped up the wiring process and it wouldn't process it. YouTube said it couldn't be processed. So I'm baffled. I'm frustrated. But I don't know what else to do. If I want to put videos out, I guess I just need to do it all in one take. Or go back to my cheesy 30-year-old AVI camera that I started with. And that seemed to work. Who knows? Of course, then I can't do a video more than 15 minutes without turning it off and starting over again because that camera is so old that the SD card is only 1 gig. I don't even have the ability to make a video more than 15 minutes on that camera. So anyway, probably don't want to hear me lament about my production capacity or lack thereof. And I still plan on root pruning this guy. But I'm going to give it another couple of weeks. We're having another cold snap back into the 40s starting tomorrow for 2 or 3 more days. And I'm really hoping that it gets even colder than that. My bonsai collection presents quite a paradox because I want as much cold as I can get without it hitting freezing. But my junipers, my bald cypress, my elms, my hornbeams, they all do much, much better the colder it is and the longer it is. And then all my tropicals will suffer tremendously in a freeze. So I will need to do quite a bit of work moving my tropicals into the one bench where I moved my Banyan philippinensis, and that will be filled with tropicals. I'll build the frame. I just bought the plastic, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen. And over the past few years, that's only happened once, and that was 2 years ago, Christmas Day. We got a pretty heavy-duty freeze. But as the planet warms, where I live warms too. I used to be in zone 9B, and now I'm in 10A, just from the data of how cold it gets in the winter. So bring on the cold for this guy. Anyway, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, and you can watch me work on this juniper and all the other junipers I have. I have about 12 more to go, and I plan on working on every single one of them, plus root pruning and repotting. I think that's part of the reason that I've been able to keep them alive for 2 years, because I've never really done very well with junipers over the years, and it's almost always because I let them dry out. So when I bought this batch, I made very special focus on keeping these guys moist, every day to make absolutely sure that they don't dry out. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a comment if you'd like, and I will see you in the next video.